All right, hello friends. Welcome to the Bears Gym today. We are continuing our study in the book of Genesis. Today we are going to begin the process of seeing what happens when you hide sins in your past and you don't get them cleaned out of your closet. Number one, it makes you a little bit crazy. Number two, realize that one day it'll be revealed anyway. If not here on earth, before God in heaven. So might as well just get it out of the closet, clean it out, confess it, and be done with it, So there's no, blackmail, so to speak, for Satan to do upon you. And that guilt always hiding deep down inside. Just get it out. Just say, yep, I did. Or it happened, and just get it out. Be done with it, And if you've offended your brother, if you started a false rumor, you go to that brother. You say, okay, or sister, whoever it is. Say, okay, I wronged you, and I'm sorry. I ask your forgiveness. Go and humble yourself to your brother, and be done with it. Get it off your chest. You'll feel great. But anyway, we're going to see the process here of the sins of the family of Israel, Jacob's sons. And we're going to just begin the process this time. Next time, we're going to see it a little more fulfilled. And you're going to see right off the bat what I'm talking about. And we're going to be getting into the story of Joseph in Egypt. And Joseph was wronged. He did nothing wrong, but he was wronged. And in the midst of the wrong, we're going to see how it is that God used a very godly man. Despite the wrong his brothers did to him, he's going to cause a great blessing upon the lives of Joseph, survival for his family, and as well as blessing the nation of Egypt and the surrounding countries. So we're going to see that come to fruition here today. At least the beginnings. But when the fruit starts rolling, it starts rolling. And sometimes it's because you see the fruit and it's bad, and then eventually it's gone and out, and it's all better because the bad got out. And we're going to kind of see that start to happen today. Okay, here we go. Enough chewing the flab. Let's get on with it here. Genesis 42. Now when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do you look upon one another? And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence, that we may live and not die. So obviously the famine is already starting to hit their region, the land of Canaan. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, Lest peradventure mischief befall him. So Benjamin was very tender to him. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. And Joseph was the governor over the land, and he it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Boy, isn't that interesting? Years before, Joseph had a dream prophesying that would happen, that his brothers would come and bow before him, which is one of the reasons Joseph's brothers hated him so much, because they saw that he was going to be a godly and righteous man, and they hated him and despised him for it. But here they are, nonetheless, bowing before Joseph. And Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, Whence come ye? And they said, From the land of Canaan, to buy food. So he recognized them, but they didn't recognize him. And he is probably the last person they would expect to see as a ruler over the land of Egypt. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew him not. And Joseph remembered the dreams which he dreamed of them, and said unto them, Ye are spies to see the nakedness of the land, ye are come. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like looking through one of them one-way mirrors. On the other side of the mirror, somebody is, checking out their face and doing their hair, and you're on the inside, and you can see them, but they can't see you. And that's kind of the way it is with Joseph here in a figurative sense. He recognized them, but they had no clue who he was. And they said unto him, Nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. We are all one man's sons, we are true men, thy servants are no spies. And he said unto them, Nay, but to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. So he's kind of testing them here. Joseph is kind of putting them under the fire a little bit. And they said, Thy servants are 12 brothers, the sons are of one man in the land of Canaan, and behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is not. Yep, well, actually one is still. It's just they thought he was not. And Joseph said unto them, This is it that I spake unto you, saying, Ye are spies. Hereby ye shall be proved by the life of Pharaoh. Ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely you are spies. So we have a test coming. And he put them all together into ward 3 days, or into the prison. And Joseph said unto them the third day, This do, and live, for I fear God. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye carry ye corn for the famine to your houses. But bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. And they said one to another, We are verily guilty concerning our brother, in that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. And Reuben answered them, saying, Spake I not unto you, saying, Do not sin against the child? And ye would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. That was kind of smooth. Be kind of nice to be able to do that, speak in Latin to somebody. And they speak back to you in English, and you use an interpreter to speak back to you in Latin, because, that's like a language that's dead. And only a few of the high pontiffs and very scholarly types even understand what you're talking about when it comes to Latin. But nonetheless, he probably spoke to them in the Egyptian tongue and then used an interpreter, although he could understand. And he turned himself about from them and wept, and returned to them again, and communed with them, and took from them Simeon, and bound him before their eyes. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into his sack, and to give them provisions for the way. Thus he did to them. Joseph has a little plan. It's all just part of the plan, okay? And he does have a plan for them. It's not a plan they're going to like, but it's a plan that's going to bubble out the sin, and it's going to be exposed. Like I said, it's better that you just get it out and just accept the consequences. If you're a husband or a wife and you have committed adultery on your spouse, it's best that you get it on the table and get it out now. Don't wait a year, don't wait a month, just get it out now. A phone call, in person, whatever it takes. You get it out on the table so that you can stir it around and say, look, I did this, it was wrong, and I accept the consequences. If it's divorce, it's divorce. If you forgive me, forgive me, and you can move on in your life. Don't live under the oppression. If you've stolen, from your employer, say, look, okay, I'm guilty. You go to your personnel department and get the job done. Just do it. Get it off your chest. Say, okay, I did it, or whatever you did. You hurt some guy, whatever. Just you get it out on the table so it's not a monkey on your back anymore. Satan can never blackmail you again because it's all on the table. And Joseph's brothers don't have it all on the table. They've been lying to their father for a really, really long time. And very shortly it's about to get out. Okay. And they laded their donkeys with the corn and departed thence. And as one of them opened his sack to give his donkey provender in the inn, he espied his money, for behold, it was in the sack's mouth. So Joseph kind of harassed his brothers, but he gave them the money back, because, they were quite wealthy and they didn't need the money, but he's kind of turning it back to them. And he said unto his brethren, my money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their hearts failed them, and they were afraid, saying one to another, what is this that God hath done unto us? And that day was probably tantamount to thievery, and to a foreign country that was quite brutal to the Egyptians. They would have no problem just slaying them all for the sheer sake that they thought they would have taken their own money back. And they came unto Jacob, their father, in the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell them, saying, the man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. And we said unto him, we are true men, we are no spies. We be 12 brethren, sons of our father, one is not, and the youngest is this day, with our father in the land of Canaan. And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, hereby shall I know that ye be true men. Leave one of your brethren here. So you can kind of see they are kind of forced now. They're about to have to spill their guts to their father. Not quite yet, but it's coming, and I think they can feel it. And take food for the famine for your households, and be gone. And bring your youngest brother unto me, then shall I know that ye are no spies. But that ye are true men, so will I deliver you your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. So you can come and go, he said, if they bring the youngest brother. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that, behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when both they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid, and probably rightly so. If it wouldn't have been the hand of God working in their lives, and Joseph putting them under the pressure here, probably the Egyptians would have slayed them for an offense like this, if they would have found them having put their own money back in their sacks or something like that. And Jacob their father said unto them, me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and you will take Benjamin away. All these things are against me. So keep in mind, one of his sons, Simeon, is back in Egypt still, and he will remain there until he rots, or they bring their youngest son. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, slay my 2 sons. If I bring him not to thee, deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. And he said, my son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief befall him by the way in which ye go, then shall ye bring me down with gray hairs in sorrow to the grave. So he's kind of tired of having the thought of one son being dead, because they know they sold him as slaves, but their father thinks that an animal killed him, which was just so cruel what they did to their father, because they hated him. They despised him because he was Joseph. Out of all of them, he was the most righteous man. And the rest of them were kind of, they were stinkers. They were pretty much no good. And Joseph, he was the man. He was God's man, and they despised him for it. And so, anyway, we're going to kind of see this family drama take on to the next level next time in our next chapter in Genesis 43. And until then, God be with you, God bless you, keep you all your days unto eternity. God bless.